I exited my
You
apartment.
did not tell the coach, nothing.
I didn't tell the coach, nothing, nobody, nothing.
Nobody knows. The other teammates
Nobody.
that you've made friends with?
Nobody.
Sure.
I told nobody. I said, no, I'm tired of this. I just want to go back home. He says to me, I said to him, no. And he says, no, come, I'll give you all your money. Come to me to my office, I'll give you all your money. I said, in my bags, it's already in the plane. He says, no, don't worry, that will get taken care of. They will bring it. They'll bring it to my office. DJ's boo. I went out. It's my first time sitting in a Maybach.
Your check was 6,000.
No, I got borrowed 6,000.
Yeah, but what was your check per month there?
My check was 180,000 rand per month.
What?
Yes, that time.
No.
180,000 rand per month.
That was your salary?
It was my salary. So that time the euro was 10. Was
Slow
10
down,
euro.
bro. Slow down, bro. So this guy gives you over 300,000 rands in cash.
In cash.
That's almost 500,000 rands in cash.
Yeah, in cash. So he had to count, and he reached down, he took out the counting machine.
He's got a counting machine in his office.
I get a call from Steve McLaren, who was the ex-England coach, who was just last season the assistant Man United coach. Gives me a call. Hey, Bernard. Yes, sir. Steve McLaren here, calling you from FC20. Boom, I got bought. I think it was over €1 million. I got bought to go play for FC20.
Professional soccer player, amazing superstar, very humble brother. From Ekurhuleni, I'd like to assume Mekaslami, and finally I get a chance to sit down with this brother. I've been following his career for more than 10 years. His career spans over 2 decades in South Africa. He's played for Kaizer Chiefs, played for the national team. He's even played overseas. We're just here to dissect his story so we can inspire other young hustlers out there. We've seen our young people go do well at the Olympics, at the Paralympics. We've seen Trekkers du Plessis do his thing. We've seen just a whole lot of young people killing it overseas, even with the Amapiano sound. You guys are just making us proud. So we just hope that his story is going to inspire you to go out there and make your dreams a reality as well. Guys, like, share, subscribe, spread word about the podcast. Thank you so much for the love. We're growing. We are now boasting over 250,000 subscribers. We're over 250,000. By the end of this year, we need to be on 300,000. Come on, do the things. Mr. Bernard Parker, welcome to the show.
Thanks, DJ Sbu. It's an honor and such a privilege to be here on your show. Hello to the viewers. The HOND is in the haze. As I would say. The Hustler's Corner. No, really appreciate DJ Sbu following you for all these years. You are a true inspiration to the country and for the rest of Africa. As a black gentleman, you are a true inspiration. Thank you for having me here.
Those are kind words, my brother. I'm very humbled. It really means a lot. And I do see those likes that you throw into my Instagram from time to time.
Yeah, sure.
I do see some comments here and there sometimes. And I also do the same to your Instagram.
Yes.
And I must just say hello to your family and your kids. And how's family and married life treating you?
Oh, thank you so much, DJ Sbu. You know, I think that's the best decision I made earlier on in my career, by committing, because my wife has been the solid rock in my life, and she kept me motivated. She kept me strong, and I couldn't thank her more than what I've already thanking her for, in terms of bringing the best out of me as a husband, as a soccer player, and also as an upstanding man in the community. They are my life. My free time is their time. And I'm glad that the likes of you and other people get to be inspired by us.
We definitely are inspired, but a lot of the time in South Africa, you see rugby players. You know, they're family guys, they're married. Although you see a lot of our soccer brothers. Yeah. I wouldn't say sisters. I'm not sure that much. But with the brothers I know, not a lot of them are as married as the rugby players are. What would you say would be the cause of that? And also, what are the positives out of being in a career like being a sports star, being in a committed marriage
or relationship.
or relationship?
Yes, that's very, very important, DJ Sport. We know once you hit fame, as any sports star, once you hit fame, you attract a lot of stuff. And when you do attract those stuff, which is a lot, and we're only human, you cannot control everything, and if you do have a strong woman next to you, who can guide you, who can see what you cannot see, that is the best decision that you can make, to have such a woman next to you. Other soccer players do get to get advice from the love of their life, which is their moms. Big ups to the soccer moms who's always been there on the side of the field, when they cheer on their boys. And without a woman in this world, I would say, we wouldn't be here as men. So it's different from football is different from rugby and cricket. That's why a lot of rugby players and cricket players get to have more longevity in their careers than soccer players. It's just because of that support structure that they have as a woman or a mentor or role model, or in any some sort of guidance that they do get behind the scenes. But with us, with soccer players, we come from underprivileged backgrounds, which is very different to the other sports. And when we come from underprivileged backgrounds, we have got nothing. And then you go from zero to hero immediately when you sign that professional contract. So from having no responsibility, from having no penny, or being broke or so, I would say, or maybe having a little that you get to go on, now you hit stardom status, and you now hit this type of package. And now from this type of package, there comes a whole lot of responsibilities. Heck, I see you have to pay black tax. Your uncle would say, hey, now you must pay for my son's school fees, and they demand a lot. And then when you now start to get to be the provider, what do we say, Ekasi, the breadwinner, yeah, you do whatever you want to do. You do as you please. And now Abu Rotman and people at home, or people you to respect, they can't tell you wrong, because if they do tell you wrong, you might cut off the supply, in terms of giving them something. So there's also something that we also need to look at is education. Educating athletes at the early age is very, very important. And with rugby and cricket, they have come a long way, and they've done that within their systems and their programs long before they could develop the soccer star. They first get to develop the human being.
I get you. You are now considered a South African legend.
Yeah.
You TS Galaxy coaching, and Bafana overseas playing, Kaizer Chiefs, all of the successes that you've achieved. Let's take it all the way back. How did it all start?
Sure. It started at as soon as I got graduated at the School of Excellence, ko Fontaine, Ekurhuleni. And immediately,
let me do this.
Yeah.
Let me rewind you just before the School of Excellence. I want to know, how did you get to the School of Excellence? What type of home you come from? What caste did you come? What type of a kid were you, a caste? And then how did you land up at the School of Excellence? And let's take it from there.
All right, perfect. Bernard Parker grew up in a shack, with a two-bedroom shack with my mom and my brother. So it was only the three of us after my father left us. And
that was Ekurhuleni?
That was a Recha Park.
Yeah, I know Recha Park.
Boxback, yes.
Boxback, yeah.
So we just stayed on the border of Recha Park at Ramaphosa Informal Settlement. So if somebody say, where am I from? I'm saying Recha Park. Because if you say Ramaphosa Settlement, they think it's the president himself.
They undermine you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But then now, then I went to school in Recha Park, and then this teacher, Mr. Bezero, he saw the talent in me, and he roped me in at his house. So I used to sleep over by him so that he can take me to training at Boxback FC. And then when when he saw that I stood out at Boxburg FC, and also after I received my Eastern Gauteng colours, he said to me he's going to take me for trials at the School of Excellence. He's always been an admirer of the school, and he took me to School of Excellence. And
And before School of Excellence, which schools did you study at Regapak?
yes, I was at a primary school called Lakeside Primary.
Oh, I know Lakeside Primary, okay?
Yes, yes.
Not far from Lakeside Mall. Not far from Benoni.
Not far from Benoni, yes. So I was at Lakeside Primary, and then he was my teacher at Lakeside Primary. He was our mathematics teacher, and you know the teachers get to also do the sports. So he was also a sports teacher as well. So then he saw the talent in me, and he took me for trials at the School of Excellence. And when I got into the School of Excellence, I think that was the best decision my mom has made for me. Not realizing that how much the school would benefit me, but she was just thinking boarding school. At least my son has got a better bed to sleep in. That's what was her mindset. You know, she didn't know that what was the school about and all of that. When she just heard boarding school, she said no. Immediately, let him get accepted. She immediately accepted the school's invitation, and I spent 5 years at the school. My high school career at the school, and then immediately when I graduated from the School of Excellence, I went in to play for Benoni Premier United. At that time, they were in the National First Division. It was called Mvela Golden League at that time. And I went to Benoni Premier United. And while I was at Benoni Premier United, Coach Kaizer Chiefs saw me. You know, Coach Kaizer Chiefs is from First Letters. He's a big legend coach and well-respected man in football. He saw me and he said to me, I'm going to take you to Sundowns. I said, but I'm here at Benoni United. He said, did you sign anything? I said, no, I did not yet, but I'm with Benoni United. And we were training at Sinaba Stadium at that time. So I said to him, the taxi, the amount of taxis I have to take from Regapak to Sinaba, it really costs me as well, because we come from a poor family. Then he took me to Sundowns, and then I trialed at Sundowns, and immediately Sundowns took me in.
By Chlorkop.
By Chlorkop.
Next to Tembisa.
Yes, sure. So Sundowns took me in, and they said I should play for the reserve side. That time, today's day and age, we say the DDC side. That time it was called the reserve side. And I was traveling up and down from train to train when Coach Kabozondo couldn't take me to training. And then I said to Sundowns, guys, my mom is now exhausted her last pennies, you know. If you guys at least can give me something just to come to training, I really want to be here. And Sundowns made me sign a piece of paper by myself. I don't know what was it, you know, 5,000 rand. I just saw zeros, 5,000 rand. And then I went back home, and then my mom still tried to get a loan here and a loan there, depending on that 5,000 it's going to come at the end of the month. And then it didn't come at the end of the month. And then when my mom and I went to Sundowns, we asked them, now, you know, what's happening? You know, we need the money. And then they said, no, you didn't sign anything legitimate. We just made a promise to him, but we will fulfill that promise. So we couldn't wait because of the circumstances at home. And then I went back to Benoni Premier United. So I think it also was a good decision that I made. And then from Benoni Premier United, that's when I started my professional career. I spent one season in the Mvela Golden League, and then the next season we gained promotion to the PSL. Yeah, that was my first professional contract.
Yo, that is such an interesting story. So okay, take me through the story. How do you get the promotion, and how does it happen? And as you're getting into the PSL, what team, who took you there, and the negotiations of the contract?
Oh, yes. So Coach Simon Bata, who was the Benoni Premier United coach at that time, he was my ex-coach at the School of Excellence. So he knows me from the school. That's why he wrote me in at the Rabbits, Benoni Premier United. So it's the NFD is regarded as professional in South Africa, and then the ABC Motipe League, which is the second division, they regard it as semi-professional.
Yeah.
So already then there was a professional contract that I signed, 3,000 rand at that time. I signed for 3,000 rand a month, and I was just happy that now at least I get to look after my mom now, you know. And when we gained promotion the year after, you know, now the club of this the status the club of the status of the club now got more richer, and then also the league gives a monthly grant to the club as well, so that it keeps the club running in terms of a day-to-day costs, salaries, and all of that. So we got an increase. We got an increase, 150% increase. You know, just you can imagine just the gap from the Umbrella League to the PSL, from the first division to the PSL. And when I got my first PSL check, 3 months later, the bank keep calling me and say you qualify for this and you qualify for that.
How much was that check?
If I can remember, it was close to 15,000.
Yo, this is coming from 3,000.
From 3,000
Yo.
to 15,000.
Yeah.
And then
And how old are you that time?
I was 20.
Okay.
I was 20 at that time. And then I went into the bank, and then this colored lady said to me, "Hey, you know what? This is what you qualify for, and this is what you qualify for." And then when she pushed a few things, and then when she pushed the house to say you can qualify for a bond for a house of 550,000, I said, "Really? Do I? But I don't have the money. How will I pay for it?" Because I don't know these things that you can qualify for a bond. All my life, I know that houses get paid because how you buy houses cash. You have to save up and buy houses cash. Then I said, okay, and then she explained to me how does it work, you know, over the period of 20 years and blah blah blah, accumulate interest, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And she said, no, I'll help you through all this process. And then I said immediately, I can afford a bond of 5,500.
Sure,
That's
sure,
what she said to me. You can afford a bond of 5,000. I said immediately, please, I'm taking this. I'm taking this. So before I turned 21,
At 20 years old,
yeah,
when you qualify for any car that you want, you decided to go for a house.
I decided to go for a house.
Yo, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. Yo,
Yes, bro.
tell me more, bro.
Yes, bro. So the process was done. So I kept quiet.
And you don't have a car at that time?
I don't have a car at that time. I'm
Yo,
going from train.
how many 20-year-olds rather buy a house than a car? Guys, I hope you're learning. Continue, bro. Wow, that's amazing, bro.
Hey, you know, I got rewarded after that, DJ Spoo. As the story follows, I got to still travel train by train, sometimes ask a lift from one of my teammates, and taxi by taxi. And then when I told my mom that she had to sign also in terms of buying the house in her name. So I couldn't keep the secret anymore. So I said to mom, you have to sign this. And she's like, oh, okay. And my mom, she dropped out of school at standard 6, so she doesn't know much of papers.
Yeah.
She didn't even ask, what am I signing for? She just signed, and then I took it to the lady. And then the lady got me onto, said to me, she's now out of the, she's handing me over now to the state agent. So then the state agent, he now blew it. He blew the surprise, and he told my mom about the house.
Yeah, I'm sure she was blown away. She was excited.
Oh, she was excited. She was blown away. You know what she done, DJ Spoo? Because I kept saying to her, Mom, stop working, mom, stop working. I gave her all my salary, and then I take 1,000 rand.
Sure.
So with that 1,000 rand, I get to spoil myself. Either buy me a Cavella or All Star or something, you know. Yeah, just for that month to reward myself every month with something. And then she said to me, okay, it's fine. According to her calculations, she's gonna now resign at work, because I was persistent, and I kept putting pressure on her, resign at work. I don't want you to work. And then she resigned from work, and then she surprised me, because with her pension payout, she bought me a Golf 1.
What a lovely story.
Hey, DJ Spoo.
This is how many months later?
I think it was less than a year later.
Oh, less than a year after getting the
Yes,
house, right?
after getting
Okay.
the house, yeah, less than a year later, then she bought me a Golf One, and I didn't know how to drive. I
No
didn't know how to,
license.
no license. So my uncle, who's a prison warden, he went with my mom and he went to buy the car. And I also said, no, I want that car. Ekasi, VW, Polo
Yeah,
Golf.
yeah,
Yeah, we know this is easy maintenance. You have
yeah,
to also look at the budget. And my mom bought the car for me. At that time, the car was worth 25,000 Rand.
yeah.
And she bought it for me. And that day, when he drove the car out of the dealership, as we got home, I said, thank you, uncle. I'll see you again. You can go back to work. I drove Ekasi up and down, learning how to drive at that time, and I had no clue how to drive.
Yeah.
I learned by myself how to drive, until I burned the clutch and I messed up, I messed up the gearbox, and then I said to myself, no, I need to go to driving school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then things got better. A lot of blessings followed, and maybe because of the type of person I was always energetic. I was always helpful. I always wanted to be the person who get to be called on. Quickly go get this, or quickly go get that, or Bennett, can you help me with this or with that? I was that type of guy. Also from Ekasi, growing up, I was always being sent by other parents, for me to go buy bread or to go buy anything for them. I was the trusted guy, Ekasi. So when Benoni United now got sold, from Swedish owners who came and they bought Benoni Premier United, and they renamed the team Thunder Royal Zulu, and then now we had to relocate from Jozi to Durban. So my first time now at the Queen, first time living now in Durban. The only time I came to Durban was to play and out. That was my first time now getting to play, to stay in Durban. So then Thunder Royal Zulu um, was my second professional team, and these owners immediately saw the leadership qualities in me. Um, One of the owners was the late Sven Goran Eriksson, who just passed away. He's one of the great football coaches.
May so rest in peace.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. His son was one of the owners. So he said to me, Bernard, I'm making you a captain. I was like, eh. That age, I was only 21. I was like, captain. And then, spoon and look, Nango Clement Mazibuko. Nango Skara Ngobese. Skara was released by Chiefs. He came to us.
Skara was a star, guys.
Yo.
Yo, Skara. Rest in peace, Skara Ngobese.
Rest in peace, Skara. I couldn't believe my eyes. Or I couldn't see through my eyes, like what this person is saying to me. And I look at Bennett Mguni, then I look at Clement Mazibuko, because he came from Sundowns together with Peter and Glovo. I'm looking at all these stars, and I'm like, have to captain all these guys.
Yeah.
And they said, yes, no, you get to captain us. They agreed, and they said, you get to captain us. So from there on, DJ Spoo, people saw something in me before I could realize and see what I got or what I possessed, myself. So just to rewind it back, I would say big ups and thank you to the people on the ground level from humble beginnings, who made it possible for me to get to the school, and the people at the school who was part of my development and turned me into a complete product. And 20 years later, I'm sitting here in front of you. 20 seasons later, I'm sitting here in front of you. 2004 till today, 2024. That's how quick it went. Maybe because I enjoyed my career.
Yeah, same here, man. I've had a lot of fun, bro.
Yeah.
I've had a great career, man. Guys,
Sure.
South African supporters are the most amazing. South Africans are amazing, bro.
Sure.
Yo, bro, like, guys, thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank you.
thank you. I can never thank you enough. Like, thank you. Like, thank you. And these years just went by so quick. One is starting to get gray. I'm like, wow, like,
Yeah.
being on the road, being on tour, traveling overseas, being on TV, being on radio, hosting morning shows, afternoon drive shows, having top 10 albums, and just growing and then the one thing you wake up in the morning and you're just like, what?
What?
I'm getting gray.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, 20 years is just gone like that.
Exactly. And then you do.
It's amazing, bro. And our
It's
stories are
amazing.
similar. I'm just
Yeah.
few kilometers away from you.
Yeah.
You know, Tembisa.
Uh-huh.
Same thing was happening.
Sure.
Grinding a cars and not knowing that one day I'll be a DJ Smooth, right?
Yeah, right.
And that's what I say to you guys, like, ukuvuka komuntu into encane. Like, keep at it.
Yeah,
Keep grinding, keep putting in the
sure.
work, keep being consistent, keep being. I know sometimes some people take advantage of your kindness or your goodness, and you feel like maybe you might just feel like you're an idiot. You're not an idiot.
You're not.
Keep being that good guy. Keep putting in keep being the person that helps out others. Your leadership qualities, just being that servant leader. One day, just one day, all will just happen, and you will not believe that it's you. I mean, right now, last week, 2 weeks ago, we've just produced the fastest teenager in the world.
Wow.
Crazy, bro.
Wow,
Is it
crazy.
Walaza, right?
Yeah.
How crazy is that, bro? It's like that kid didn't even know 2 months ago that he'll be known by the whole world.
Oh, exactly.
And that's what
Yeah.
happens with success. It happens like that. But stay
Exactly.
ready, though.
Yep. Stay ready, DJ Spoon. Also dream big. No matter your circumstances, no matter where you come from, no matter your upbringing, or what do you face at home. Dream big. Dream big. And if you dream big, you have to keep that hope alive. And the people around you, they keep that hope alive. The way you treat the people around you, which is your support pillars, they will even put more fuel in that hope of fire that's burning inside you. And when that hope gets to be fueled, DJ's Boo, the world is yours. The world is yours, I would say. So, us as South Africans on the footballing scale, or in our what do we call it? In our fraternity or in our environment, you know, the likes football that the top teams are playing right now, your Man Cities, your Real Madrids, your Liverpools. This is a football like us. This is our football that we play here. When Mohamed Salah now makes a trick and he hit the ball in the top corner, wow. And then here locally, when somebody does that, and we don't even say wow, just because he's on that level and you on this level. But we just did the same thing. Now imagine if you would have been on that level, what great moments you would make and do exactly what they do. So what I am saying is that, and when I also tell the guys as well, when I give them a motivational talk in the dressing room or so, and I say to them, guys, we're coming up against Sundowns. Those guys got big money, they got this, they got that. But what else do they have that you don't have on their body? They got the same head, the same ears, the same 2 legs, the same arms, same as you. But the thing is, they are placed there because they earn their right. They earn their respective right to be there. You have to earn your right. And how you have to earn your right is by having a big heart. Go out there and fight. On when you play against bigger clubs, it's now no a matter of quality, but it's just about the fight within the dog. And a lot of them do. That's why Galaxy TS Galaxy has given a lot of teams upsets in terms of the result. But the biggest challenge is consistency. Can we keep that fight in us consistently on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, or even in a yearly basis? No matter the good times or the bad times, or when we face challenges, or when we have happy times, or we have celebrating moments. But keeping that consistency and keeping that fight in the dog is the most beautiful thing that you can do. Everything else will just happen automatically for you.
How did, in South Africa, there's 3 big, the biggest, there's a lot, but I mean the biggest brands currently that fill up stadiums, biggest teams, I would say, for lack of a better word, would be Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and Sundowns.
Correct.
How did you get into Kaizer Chiefs? And when did you get the call? How did that process happen?
Yes, it happened before I went overseas. While I was at Tanda Royal Zulu, Well, now we're continuing the story.
Oh yeah, continue. And you don't have to share everything.
All right.
Leave some things for your book or for your documentary, but share whatever you can share, whatever is
The
already
book
in
is
the
out already, DJ's Boo.
in the
book is
public
out
platform.
already.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the way, guys, we both have books. So that's a challenge to you. Like, when is
Sure.
your book coming out?
For sure, we have to write our book, our life stories. We have to write our chapters. And congratulations for getting your book out, DJ's Boo.
Thank you, Brian. I want to challenge you. That's not your
follow.
last book.
No,
I know
it's
there's
not.
more books coming because the story keeps growing. You're still young.
Exactly. The story keeps growing. So then, before I made my overseas move to Red Star Belgrade in Serbia, so Bobby called me, and Bobby called my agent. At that time, my agent was Pro Sport International, and then Bobby called my agent, and he said, "I want to see Bernard at the village." Then they were in Durban, and I was here, so they said to me, "Make your way to the village," and it was during off season. No, sorry, it was during mid season. It was the December break. Then I go to the village, and then I don't know what was going to happen because Bobby just gave me a tour. You know, this is the change room, this is our fields, this is that, and that is that. And so if you are going to come here, this is what you're going to expect. So he gave me the whole tour about the village. And then I went back home, and I called the coach. I said, "Coach, this is what happened now," because I had to tell my coach now because I'm the captain of the team. I said, "Coach, this is what happened now. My agent just told me to go there, and I had to do this and that, and this is the whole story." And the coach says, "How can your agent do that? Because we already organized you an overseas trip."
Sure.
I said, "Oh, okay. No, fly down to Durban because they were also, Thunder was based in Durban."
Yeah.
Then I flew back down to Durban, and he said, "No, you're going to Poland. Red Star Belgrade is having their mid-season break in Poland. You're going to Poland." I said, "Okay. Is your passport and all that ready?" I said, "Yes."
Because you want to go overseas, but at the same time, this is Kaizer Chiefs.
Kaizer
But you're like,
Chiefs. Yeah.
let me go overseas.
And at that time, DJ's Boom, my dad was a staunch Kaizer Chiefs supporter. And I didn't tell you, the dad came back after I bought the house. Dad came back.
Lovely.
Dad came back.
Shout outs to the father. Man.
Yes.
Well, same here. My biological father reappeared when I was on Friends Like These. And may so rest in peace because he later passed on. But I mean, such is life. This is life.
Such is life, yes. My father also passed on 3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
yes,
that,
may
bro.
he so rest in peace. Then I said to my mom, please accept him in the house because sorry that I had to jump from scene to scene. Please accept him in the house because I have lived in other houses and I have seen what a father figure is like in a house. So please accept him, and then you don't have to continue dating him or anything like that, but just let him come home. And she did accepted him back. So he was a staunch Kaizer Chiefs supporter. And then when I gave him a call and said, "Hey, Dad, Chiefs wants me." Go immediately. Go. No. Don't think. I was like, "Ish." Then I said to him, "Ish, but this is the other story here. You know, I have to go to overseas." No. Not overseas. Go to Chiefs first, then you go overseas. Yeah, to just boo. But then now I had to honor what the Swedish owners at that time did for us at Thunder. You know, they changed our whole lives. You know, when they even bought Benoni Premier United and turned it into Thunder Royal Zulu, they even gave us more of a salary increase. Wow. They even made our lives better, you know, and then gave us apartments. I was so happy now I have my own apartment.
They gave you guys apartments as well. Yeah, and you guys were young.
We were young, at the age of 21. I'm living in my own apartment. I got my own space. I was so excited. So I was so
coming
happy.
from a shack, bro.
So I was so happy for that. So I had to honor you know, what they've done for me and what they're still doing for me. So I took that overseas deal, and I get to find myself playing for Red Star Belgrade.
Sure.
And I played for Red Star Belgrade for only 6 months.
Yeah. And
was
didn't you feel that maybe you're
less
making
than a
Bobby
year.
angry at Kaizer Chiefs?
I think they understood.
Okay.
I think they understood. Hence, I came back again later.
And I think it was also good to raise your stock that you're playing overseas.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I'm sure it did something positive.
Yes, but always, a footballer's dream is always to play overseas.
Yeah.
So it was, just to also live the dream, because I always wanted to play overseas as well. And then Coach Mission Ertugral, who's also in my book, he was a big fan of me. And at that time, he was coaching Kaizer Chiefs. And till today, when I see him, he says, "Hey, you robbed me. You robbed me. You robbed me. Out of all the players that I had in my career, you the one I missed. You the one I missed."
The one that got away.
Yeah, the one that got away. So then I get to myself at Red Star Belgrade in the midst of winter. January is crazy winter in Europe. In the midst of winter, snow so high.
Sure.
First time seeing snow.
How was it living there, though?
First time seeing snow. Crazy. This was my first time seeing snow. I've never been exposed to such severe conditions and such weather. Let me tell you a story. So I came to training, and I had no, in South Africa, you don't have all these thick jackets and bench warmers and all of that. You only have your normal bomber jacket or your normal tracksuit. So then that day, I'm packing my normal jackets and my tracksuits. I get there, like, whoa, crazy. I came to training. So as I get into the dressing room, my first day in training, I zip, one, zoop, two, zoop, three, and then jersey one, jersey two. They're like, are you crazy? I was like, in Africa, my friend, in Africa, it's not so cold like this, man. Oh, that was the craziest moment. And then when I get to go on the field, I'm running, and I can feel my neck is cold and my fingers is cold. I ran back into the change room. I said, socks, socks, and then the long football socks. I use it as a scarf. I said, no, guys, I am not gonna let myself suffer like that. And that was exciting moments. And also, while I was going through these challenges, I loved it. I made a joke out of these challenges. I had that sense of humor by not taking these challenges personal. Also, the language barrier. And then also, the club was in a financial issue also at that time. So then I didn't get paid the first month. Then I didn't get paid the second month. And then the technical director, the sporting director at that time, Ilya Ivic, I said to him, "Sir, please, my savings are finished.
I need to send some money home, yeah."
Yes, my money at home is finished because, I depleted now my savings. I said to him, please, if you can just give me something when I do get paid, because now already I'm 2 months, I'm being owed 2 months. So when I do get paid, I'll pay you back. Then he took it upon himself and he gave me the loan of 6,000 euros. I don't know how much.
6,000 euros.
How much is it today?
In South African money today, 6,000 euros
170.
times 20, 18, eh? 17? No, not 17. 18. Eh?
18.
Yeah, 18. That's 108,000.
108,000. He borrowed me, and I was thankful. Then I had to send money through Western Union back home, and then on the third month, the salary didn't come again.
Sure.
And I was like, I have to go home. Chiefs want me, because I left Chiefs. I snubbed Chiefs to come here to Belgrade, so I can go back home. Chiefs wants me, and I can get a team at home, and at the same time I'm playing national team. So I said, let me go home. I call my agent. He says to me, no, just stay there a little bit. I said, I've been loaned 6,000 euros, and from that money I'm gonna go and book my own flight. No, Bernard, just wait a little bit. Okay, I waited 1 week. I waited the next week. On the third week, I took it upon myself. I went to the airport. I asked my cab driver to take me to the airport. That time, there was no
There was no Uber, eh?
There was no Uber, so it was just the cab. So and if you want to book online or so, you needed to use your credit card and go to the internet cafe. You know, I had no laptop at that time, and there was no smartphones at that time as well. I I asked him to take me to the airport. I go to the airport, I booked my flight. I came back, I packed all my bags, and luckily I got a flight the same day.
Sure.
I packed all my bags, and then I exited my
You
apartment.
did not tell the coach nothing.
I didn't tell the coach, nothing, nobody, nothing.
Nobody knows. The other teammates
Nobody.
that you've made friends with?
Nobody.
Sure.
I told nobody. I said, no, I'm tired of this. I just want to go back home. You know, I am a person of principles, and I do practice my core values at a high standard. So then I get to I go past the security at the apartment for the block.
And they can see you've got bags and
You got
bags.
bags and stuff like that. So I didn't realize and click that the security has got contact with the club. So then I go to the airport, I pack my bags, I go to the airport. Yeah, I am. That time, you know, Dr. Dre just released those
Dre Beats headphones,
Yes.
yeah.
Those were the loudest ever. Now they don't make them as loud as they were
As they
before.
used to be, I remember, yeah.
Because of probably, hearing issues and stuff like that. I am sitting here waiting to board with the speeds on. Waiting with my CD player. Yeah, somebody taps my shoulder as I looked. The chairman of the club. I have never seen the chairman. Even when I signed, I've never seen the chairman. First time I'm seeing the chairman. It's like, come, we go. I said, no, I'm not going. No, I spoke to your agent. Your agent says you must come with me. We're gonna go straight to my office. I'm gonna pay you your money in cash. All your money that I owe you, I'm gonna pay to you in cash. I said, no, it's fine. You can keep the money. I want to go home. Chiefs want me at home. I want to go home.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're homesick, bro.
Not even homesick because I feel like I can't go through this. I can't go through this challenges and not get paid. Because of the language barrier and the weather and all those type of stuff.
And also, worst off, the money's not coming.
The money not coming. I don't get paid for this. So, he says to me, I said to him, no. And he says, no, come, I'll give you all your money. Come to me to my office, I'll give you all your money. I said, in my bags, it's already in the plane. He says, no, don't worry, that will get taken care of. They will bring it. They'll bring it to my office. DJ's boo. I went out. It's my first time sitting in a Maybach.
Yeah, drives a Maybach, this guy.
Hey.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm sitting here now. I'm feeling like, why I'm sitting so far from the people in front.
Yeah.
The driver and so. And then he doesn't talk. He's just on the phone. And I'm here sitting still. I get to the office. He opens his safe.
Is this during the week or weekend?
It was during the week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he takes you to the office.
He takes me to his office.
And this is during the day?
It was during the day.
Okay.
Immediately from the airport.
Yeah.
Straight to the office. He opens his safe.
Content.
I was like,
So he owes you, your check was 6,000.
no, I got borrowed 6,000.
Yeah, but what was your check per month there?
My check was 180,000 rand per month.
What?
Yes, that time,
No.
180,000 rand per month.
That was your salary?
It was my salary. So that time the euro was 10 euro.
Bro, slow down, bro. I know you borrowed 6,000 euros.
Yes,
What was your salary per month that they were supposed to give you that they didn't give you for 3 months in a row?
which was 18,000 euros.
That was 180
Yes, it was 10 that time
times 3, ne? Because they owed you for 3 months.
for 3 months. Yes.
Yo.
That's 18. Another zero. Another zero. That's 18
So this guy gives you over 300,000 rands in cash.
in cash.
That's almost 500,000 rands in cash.
In cash. So he had to count, and he reached down, he took out the counting machine. We had to
He's
count
got a
and
counting
count.
machine in his office.
DJ's boo.
And this young man from Recha Park is just from being in the Maybach.
From being in the Maybach, DJ's boo. I was like, so much money. What am I going to do? I don't even have a bag because my bags are still coming. Where am I going to put this money? he sends one of the guys. I don't know if it was security or Yelp or so. Because luckily his office is in the city. He sent one of the guys to go buy a backpack. He comes back with this Nike backpack. Put all the money in. I put the backpack reverse first in front like this.
There's no need for
Yes,
it.
bro.
I want to see it here.
I'm back at the apartment. The team manager calls me and he says he's outside. Then the team manager brings my bags and stuff and he says, "No, it was the security who told us that you left with everything. That's how come we caught you at the airport." I was like, "Oh, this security guy, I'll never speak to him again." Yes. I said to him, "I'll never speak to you again." Then every day when I go to training, I did not leave that bag in my room. I went with that bag to training. I went with that bag to training, this boo, and you could only send 5,000 euros per day through Western Union.
Yeah.
You couldn't send more. That was the limit. So then I had to ask my cab driver to send for me, his daughter also to send for me, and then the Bosnian border. We were close to the Bosnian border. Serbia and Bosnia is next to each other. Then we even drive across the border to go and see for a Western Union there, so that we can also send more money through that Western Union. And then here back home, I said, "Mom, can you go collect there?" My girlfriend at that time, who's now my wife, Wendy, can you go collect there? You, my brother, can collect there. You can. So I had to like send money on a daily basis, carrying that bag every day up and down to training. Then the Lord was so good to me. Then I started now to be more happy because when I came, I wasn't a regular. Then now when I was now more happy that I felt appreciated, I started playing, and then I just started playing. That was now 2009. I just started playing. I bang goals left and right, bang, 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 bang. I come for national team, FIFA Confederations Cup the year before the World Cup 2009. I bang goals for Bafana. Here the season ends at the end of May. I get a call from Steve McLaren, who was the ex-England coach, who was just last season the assistant Man United coach. Gives me a call. Hey Bernard, yes sir. Steve McLaren here, calling you from FC20. One thing I want to let you know that we want you here. I've already spoken to your representatives, so I'm just making this call to confirm it to you. So we enjoy your holidays and come back in good spirits. Okay. I call my agent. Yes, it's true. I was like, but why didn't you guys tell me? Then, boom, I got bought. I think it was over €1 million. I got bought to go play for FC20. And then how the Lord blessed me on this
So
journey.
this is from a shack, bruh.
From a shack.
This is from a shack and 3,000 rands a month.
Hey, DJ's boo. From
Sorry,
those
then you
humble
get both. Sorry, I'm
beginnings.
disturbing you. Sorry, yeah. Sure, bro.
Sorry, from those humble beginnings, here I am finding me at one of the biggest Dutch clubs. And that first year, being in that team, the team hasn't won the league in their existence at that time. In their existence for over 50 years, they haven't won the league. Here I am being one of the members that wins the league for that club in that year. So, as we speak, I'm part of the golden generation. We were the only generation to win the league, and nobody before or after won the league after us for FC20. And then a year later, and mind you, in that same league, there was the likes of Luis Suarez, playing for Ajax, the likes of Moussa Dembele playing for AZ Alkmaar. That time it was top players, and here we were as FC20 completing the mission impossible. Then the year after that, 2010, the World Cup, it was just like a blessing in succession for me in my career at that time. And then immediately after the World Cup, I returned back to FC20. So then FC20 now, after all the money that they spent, in terms of getting success, they now had to now see where they can save money. So unfortunately, I was one of the guys, who was on high earners. at that time. It had to be offloaded
So you were a high earner at the time.
at the time.
What was a high
because,
earner? How much were you getting?
You were in a certain bracket as well because I was also a national team player. So I'm regarded as a top international. So if I can remember, at that time it was 32,000 euros. If I can remember, 32,000 euros a month.
It's probably because
So-
I know you guys like pocket watching. So I'm asking on your behalf because I wouldn't care. But I have to ask and do the calculations because nyanas. And by the way, on a serious note, guys, it's always good for all of you guys that are working hard out there to just hear these stories and hear these numbers so you can dream and see yourself there.
So a new coach had to come in the next year because our winning coach, Steve McLaren, he had to move on to greener pastures to Germany because he was a wanted man. And then the new coach came in, and then the club had to do a balance sheet in terms of where they can save money after they've spent so much money in terms of getting the success that they've received and got. So then I was one of the highest earners, and then the coach also brought his players as well, where he coached before and what he knows. And then I was told to be released, and I said no, I cannot just get released on a free, because I was already calculating the numbers in my mind,
Yeah.
I said, no, I cannot be released on a free. Maybe if I can get paid out, we can negotiate to get paid out something. But then the club said, okay, no, they will send me on loan. And then where I'm going to go on loan, they're going to pay half. And then my club will pay half. And the loanee club will pay half as well. So then I went to Greece. And I got to Greece, a team called Panserikos. They were
Greece.
Greece.
We see you slay queens there in Santorini, Greece. But we don't see who
Yeah.
takes you there. We only see you guys on your own. I'm kidding, my sisters. We love you. Anyway, yeah.
Yes, no, top. So I was in Greece. So Panserikos came. Panserikos comes from a small town called Ceres, which is 1 hour from Greece's second biggest capital city. After Athens, the capital city, Thessaloniki is the next big city, and Ceres was an hour from Thessaloniki. And then the salary clicked that side and this side. So, but it came to the same amount. I enjoyed my time there at Greece. I played every game. I helped the team where I could help them. They even changed me to different positions where I could help, from left back to midfield, again back to striker, back into midfield. So I enjoyed my time there. And then I went back to FC Twente. And then now when I got back to FC Twente, I spent the whole preseason with them. We went to Spain, Malaga, on preseason with FC Twente the year after. And then, yeah.
Guys, this guy's lived a life. Guys, yo. This is a movie, brothers. Guys, this is a movie. This is a movie, guys. No, this is a movie, guys. This is a movie. What are you
Yes,
turning this
yeah.
into a movie, bro? Biopic, movie, docuseries, or documentary?
It's the structure is there, the blueprint is there. We turn it into a documentary, which we're already working on.
Sorry for disturbing.
So,
Continue.
yes.
Sure.
Yes, so DJ Spoo then, I got the call to say, Chiefs wants you. Okay. Still.
This is how long after? This is how many years after? A year,
This
two?
is almost 3 years later.
3 years later, okay.
Yes, it was now in 2011.
And you're now in your mid-late 20s, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was now 2011. I think I was 23 at that time.
Oh, you're still young,
I
bro.
was still young, 23, 24. If I can remember. Then DJ Spoo, I said, why not? Then they said, okay, Chiefs. Reason why Chiefs wants you is because Chiefs that time went through a 8-season league drought. The last,
Shame, man.
the
Just
last
like you
couch.
guys now are going
Eish.
through okay. I'll
Eish.
shut up.
Yes,
I don't want
it
Kaizer
is
Chiefs
boo.
fans mad at me on the comment section.
And then I don't want to miss anything. Yes. Then my agent said, Chiefs wants to invest in terms of getting the league back, and then in the likes of I went and I signed, and then Chiefs signed the likes of Tepo Masilela, who came from Spain. He
That's
played,
my guy.
yeah,
Mtsepana, that's
top
my guy. With the twins. I hope the twins are growing, bro.
yeah. They
Yeah,
men now. They're
our
big.
kids
They
are
men
almost
now.
the same age, yeah.
Oh.
That's my guy, sure.
Awesome
I
stuff.
miss you, bro.
So,
Love and blessings to you and the family.
Awesome. No, he's been a great friend. We started our career together at Benoni Premier United. Now we find each other again at Kaizer Chiefs. Then Patka came back from Belgium.
Yeah.
Then Morgan Gold joined us.
Yeah.
Then we signed Etlogonolo Majoro from Amazulu. He was banging goals as well.
Oh, I remember that
So,
team.
Chiefs
That's
was
the very same team that
Chiefs
we
was
took.
this-
I was still starting my business.
Yeah.
Who all got into trouble with. We took a photo of Mo Fire with, I think it was Gaqa, it was Sepo
I remember.
Masilela.
Yeah.
You remember
I
that?
remember that one. Yeah.
Yo, bro,
Oh,
the Kaizer Chiefs lawyer sent us. Yo, anyway, I don't want to talk about that, but I almost got into trouble, getting sued by Kaizer Chiefs, bro. But the guys showed me love. It was from
did.
just the bottom of their hearts, you know.
Exactly.
And I
Because
love
we
you
were all
guys,
we were
like-
all happy for you at that time.
Yeah,
We
bro.
were all happy for you. The first energy drink, first South African energy drink by a South African himself. That was huge at that time. It was huge, and we could see you at every corner, every
Hey,
robot,
bro.
every
Hey,
corner.
bro.
Ha!
Hey, bro.
Those were the memories. Those were the memories, and I'm glad that you've turned this beautiful thing into a great thing.
Thank you, my
Yes, bro,
brother.
big
God
ups
has
for
been
that.
good. Thank
True
you, brother.
inspiration, really true inspiration. Yeah, so
And then Kaizer Chiefs forms the A team.
Kaizer Chiefs forms the A team. They bring Stuart Baxter. Stuart Baxter is also a well-known coach in the UK. He came. Phew, I could never forget that. In his first season, we won the league, and with that time we call it the glory days, bringing back the glory days.
Yeah.
Yes, it was our slogan, and we won the league, and then we won the cup. Then the year after, we just lost the league. Then the year after that, we won the league again and won the cup. And then Stuart Baxter had to leave us. And after he left us, then the drought started again till today. So
It's been almost 10 years now, bro.
yes, it's been almost 10 years. So I'm just saying I'm blessed, as I said earlier on, in our talk. I'm just blessed that within my journey, I got to see the highest of the highest of football. Sorry that I have to go back now again. Well, I was
No, it's okay.
at FC20. We won the league at FC20. So when you win the league, you automatically qualify for Champions League. DJ's Boo, that's the highest club football ever. We know that the greats of the greats from Champions League. And one thing I can remember from Champions League at that time, when I was just thinking about it, I was at the school sitting in the TV room. So at school it was this big TV room. We had no TVs in our room, so we sit in the TV room, and Real Madrid played. Who Real Madrid played? It was Champions League final, and then Zinedine Zidane scored that volley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I said, I want to play Champions League. Yes, that volley. I said, I want to play Champions League. And ever since, I said, I want to play Champions League. And then when I got to Tanda, Tanda Royal Zulu, they did a short thing for their page, for their a website page, and they asked me, what is your dream? Where do you want to play and what's your dream? And I said, my dream is to play Champions League. And then they said, okay. They had to now follow up on that interview, and then they made like a video for me where I went and got my Champions League tattoo I got on my back.
Yeah.
Not knowing that one day I was eventually going to play Champions League. That I was made for that stage. Then the following year after we won the league, with fast forward, the following year after we won the league with FC20, we qualify for Champions League for the first time in the history of the club. With the likes of, we were in a group with the likes of Inter Milan, Jose Mourinho's Inter Milan. They later went on and won the Champions League. Abu Wesley Sneijder, Abu Samuel Eto'o, Abu Diego Milito, Dan Stankovic, uh, um, Maicon, the right back. It was a crazy team. Then we had Tottenham in our group with Bale, Gareth Bale. We had Luka Modric for Tottenham, and then we had Werder Bremen. That time Werder Bremen were the second best team, where they had Torsten Frings as well. So, I never got to have a minute of the Champions League, but what I got to experience on that bench, the goosebumps that you feeling right now. I didn't know how I felt. I really didn't know how I felt. Sitting like this, seeing these big guys, I'm like, these guys I just saw yesterday on TV. Now I'm amongst these big guys. It's crazy, crazy. And then the year after, we qualified for the Europa League. And then at least I got my minutes into the Europa League.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I played football at all levels. I played at all levels. Yeah, it's been a journey.
Your lowest moments during that era and just all those years, let's say around that decade,
Yeah.
from 2021 all the way to early 30s, your lowest moments. Or maybe let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Your lowest moments overseas.
My lowest moments overseas, that was my first time I went overseas. That was my lowest moment.
The story you were sharing.
The story I was sharing, yes, where I didn't get paid for 3 months. And then it was tough because it was my first time in a foreign country, in a European foreign country. They are not an English speaking country as well. Only a few people would speak English. That goes to English school. So, most of European countries, they are strict. They are so. They still stick to their cultures and their language and all of that. So it was also difficult for me to blend in or to get myself settled in. And on top of it, I didn't get paid. So that was one of my lowest moments overseas.
Highest point in your career?
Oh, too many.
There's many,
too many DJs, bro. But I would say is representing Bafana, yeah, at home, Ekaya, at the 2010 World Cup.
What would you say right now to the next or the current? Oh, the game is actually on as we speak, right? It's starting in a moment. I think it's starting in 2 hours.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. The Bafana is playing, guys.
Yes.
We're recording this episode on it's the 6th today, ne?
It's the 6th today.
The 6th, and there's a Bafana game happening in about 2 hours or so.
Yes, playing Uganda.
If the guys who are watching this episode, who are already playing, or even the guys that are not playing professional in South Africa, but who are well on the way up to, just like when you were in your teenagers, in your early 20s, what advice would you give to those guys?
Can I look into the camera for
Yeah,
this
speak
one?
to them over there, bro.
Thanks for that question, DJ Sbo. Guys, remember, God has blessed you or gifted you with a talent. That is His blessing that He gives to you. What you do with that gift or with that blessing is your payment back to God. I hope you get it. So what God bless you with, what God is expecting back, His gift back from you, is for you to make the best out of that talent. And remember, without talent, there's no success without hard work. So without hard work, your talent won't never get to their full potential.
Your book's foreword is by the great Benny McCarthy.
Yep.
Dr. Kaizer Mtaung. Your relationship with Bobby, Dr. Kaizer, Benny.
When I got approached by Dr. Charlie Peterson, who is the author of the book, former CEO of Bloemfontein Celtic, within the reign of Ntate Monamela. He was the CEO at that time. He wrote Ntate Monamela's book. And I always seen the gentleman from a distance. He approached me and said to me, Bernard, I see something in you, which what you have already given, I believe I can squeeze more out of you. And at that time, Kaizer Chiefs was going through a very bad patch, same as me as captaining the team. Although we were competing on the continent, Champions League competing on the continent, he approached me and he said to me, I see what you've done in your career, and I see your leadership qualities, but you're not being yourself. So he inspired me to firstly achieve a personal record by becoming Kaizer Chiefs' all-time goal scorer. It was our first assignment. I achieved it.
Are you serious?
I achieved it. Yeah, you're sitting in front of Kaizer Chiefs' all-time goal scorer in the PSL era.
You gotta be kidding me, bro.
We live on camera.
No, I didn't know that.
I wouldn't kid live on camera.
Sure, bro.
So that was our first mission. We accomplished that mission, DJ Spoo. Then he said to me, you don't understand how great you are. You are a true inspiration. We have to document this into a book. I said, but sir, I'm still playing. Where will I get the time? When after football I have to go study. After studies I have to be with my family. Where will I get the time? He says, we will make time. Let's document this. So think about it. So I went home, I thought about it. He kept putting pressure. Then I met him again. Then I said to him, okay, I think I can make time for us to do the book. He says, no, I just need now your part. I'm 50% done already. I just need your part. I was like, really? He took out the laptop, he showed me. He's been getting stats from Mark Leeson, the famous Mark Leeson. He has coaches that has coached me before. Our Motion Ertegral, our I just mentioned the name early on.
No, take your time. Remember their names. Because once they're watching this, they're like, why didn't the boy remember my name?
Remember my name.
Okay, take your time.
About Stuart Baxter, all the coaches that has coached me. Jomoson is also in the book. People within the football fraternity automatically gave their view on me immediately. The great Dr. Kumalo as well, he gave his part, a piece in the book. And then I was like, really, did you really interview these people? He says, yes. Then he played me all their recordings because they just had to voice record. They had to voice record and he typed it out. We sat there over 2 hours. I was listening to everyone's recording. Then he said to me, after he gives my part, now we'll have to send it to Benny. Because now Benny was already left Amazulu going that side to Europe. I was like, how are we gonna get a hold of Benny now? He sent it to Benny, and then Benny gave his forward. Then he sent it to the chairman. The chairman, Mr. Kaizer, Dr. Kaizer Mtong, whom is a very busy man. He don't have time. The gentleman, our father, responded within a week.
Sure.
And all the other people that also are part of the book, we had to go back and forth, trying to get them. But the main person, our father, he responded within a week. And the reason why he responded within a week, we sent him the rough script of the book. He read it and then immediately gave his forward. And what he has said in the book, it really, really touched my heart because it's the same things he said when I sat in front of him. With regard to how he had to commend me for what I've done for the club. Crazy.
Sure.
Crazy. Crazy.
If Parker could do it, you can also change your destiny. This is one player who has a compelling story. He has a compelling story to tell, and throughout this book, when you go through the chapters, you realize that Bernard Parker is a unique player and a remarkable individual. His background and his career provide an exemplary case study, especially for young people, even those in other vocations, of how through dedication and hard work, one can rise to become a superstar player. Dr. Kaizer Motaung, founder and chairman of Kaizer Chiefs FC, says, look at the great mental players out there, and you are at their level. I give you credit for that, and you simply exceeded all expectations. I knew that you were a player that I definitely felt would go all the way and break that record that I set and became a top goal scorer. He said it in his words. I'll start again this sentence. I knew that you were the player that I definitely felt would go all the way and break that record that I set and become a top goal scorer for the national team if you were given the opportunity to play. And it's such a big shame because I don't think there's any player better or bigger to have been able to take out that long-lasting standing record for all-time scorer of mine other than Bernard Parker.
That was Benny McCarthy. It was Benny McCarthy's word.
I think Bernard was the player who I genuinely really wanted to succeed and surpass my record.
Yeah.
Because I think he was a worthy candidate of having his name in the record books as a South African all-time top goal scorer. What Bernard Parker has done as a football player is unique and remarkable. To come from where he grew up in Reichenbach, Boksburg, Ekurhuleni in Johannesburg, Gauteng. And then lastly, second last, Coach Benny McCarthy. South African national team, Bafana all-time top scorer with 31 goals. He's also the first and only South African to win a UEFA Champions League winners medal, playing a crucial role in getting unfancied Portuguese side FC Porto into the 2004 final that was won 3-0 against Monaco. Currently, striker coach Manchester United FC England. I think that's what he was, Benny, at the time when the book was written.
Yep.
And then lastly, author, your co-author of the book. Charles Lee Peterson says he's the author of 5 books. To God be all the glory. I have seen it all. Growing up without a father, Boy Child You Matter, and Robbed at Gunpoint. Co-author, Real Life and Business Minds. That is Mr. Charlie Peterson. And your achievements say, nominated for the 2010 Bloemfontein of the Year competition, finalist SA Man Award 2017, winner First African Award 2018 Male Empowerment category, winner of the Botlhale Literacy Academy Award 2018, doctorate in humanitarianism, honoris causa in 2020, the Global Alliance USA. So you're a doctor, bro.
There's Dr. Charlie Peterson.
Oh, that's him.
That's him.
That's his achievements,
That's
right?
his achievements, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
doctorate in humanitarian. And then Dr. Ronald Kozachuk Male Civility Award, 13th March 2022. And Real Dad Model of the Year Award in UK 2016. In UK September 2020. From a shack to destiny. Bernard Parker, the HOND. Inch your boy.
Sure.
Charlie Peterson, co-author. 4 words by Dr. Kaizer Motaung and Benny McCarthy. I'm very proud of you, bro. Thank you so much for your time. And
Thanks,
I think
bro.
we do not even scrap the surface in terms of talking about a whole lot of other things. But I'm just glad that we finally met. I've been following you, I think, for almost, on social media, I've been following you for almost 10 years.
Yep.
But I've been following your career for almost 20 years now.
Thank you, my
And I'm
brother.
glad that we finally, you still look like 21, bro. Like you look after yourself, you know?
Yeah, sure. A lot say there. Thanks. Really appreciate. I'm honored, my brother. I've always been a great fan of you, and as we always have the debate, Lapekas, you just say,
Who's
oh,
Mzega? I know. That's what you want to ask. I get that a lot. I get that a lot, bro.
Yeah, and you know, the the beat and the beat and the instruments from Panswetu Mzwelanga.
Phansi komthunzwelanga,
I used to
yeah.
rock it in my golf. My golf
Yeah.
had so much sound. The golf one, my
Yeah.
first car had so much sound. It was my favorite song. So, DJ Sbu, we really got too inspired by you. Not only young South Africans, but also across the border. We all know you on the continent. And yeah, so I would just wish that we get to be celebrated more. That's my wish, just to get to celebrate it more. I think the more we get celebrated, it actually fuels the inspiration more to the youth in terms of making it one day.
Oh, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate your words. I'm
Sure.
humbled. I'm inspired by you. I love you, my brother.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so glad that we finally met. I
Sure.
can imagine this recording that we've just done, it's going to live on forever. It's going to outlive you and I.
Yeah.
Our
sure.
kids at some point, they'll be like older men and women our age now.
Yeah.
And in future, they'll be watching this. It's like,
Exactly.
those are our dads. And, and just
Yeah.
a story. Your story is so inspiring. May God continue to bless you, your family, your children. May you continue to grow. Your story has just only started. They say life begins at 40.
Yeah.
And you look in Parliament, our leaders are in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s even, right? So
You're right.
we've got a very long life to live. We've got a lot of young South Africans, and just young people all over the globe to inspire,
Sure.
inform, entertain, educate, and encourage. And that's what you've done with your life, bro. And congratulations with the book. I can't wait to see this as a
Yes.
biopic, as a movie,
sure.
as a docuseries, or as a documentary. Netflix, here you go. Showtime, here you go. And just in closing, I'll ask you, my last two questions will be, how would you like to be remembered?
That's a good one. I haven't thought about that because I'm still busy pushing so much in terms of remembrance. How I want to be remembered
That's a legacy question.
Is can we say this when you call me back again?
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Am I making the next?
All right, cool.
I'm already making the next
Okay, cool.
appointment.
No, it's already done.
It's already done.
Thank you for confirming it.
All right.
So it's done. Let's not answer that, or let's leave it there.
Let's leave it there. Yes, let's leave it there. But basically, I'm just a people's person, DJ Sbu. My book, it is, if I can count off the top of my head, for a whole year. This month is the first year or first year anniversary of the book. I launched it last year, September.
Nice.
And we've sold over 6,000 copies.
Wow.
Already.
Joe,
Over 6,000 copies.
the
And
bestseller, bro.
it's past the bestseller. So the next print will have the sticker on it as a bestseller.
Yeah.
And it is not actually it is not even yet on the shelves of any bookstore.
Is it?
Reason why I said I'm gonna go this route is I'm a people's person. I wanna be with the people. So I've been pushing the book, doing launches, doing coaching clinics, doing collaborating with people in terms of doing events, Father's Day events, youth events, and pushing the book, because I'm a people's person and I want to be with the people there. So here's the inspiration, feel the inspiration, and also get the words from the man himself, the motivational words by the man himself. So I would say that Bernard Parker is just a people's person.
My last question is, what would you like to say to your older self, a 70-year-old man, or let me say an 80-year-old man?
Yeah.
They're going to be watching this. Now, these are
Sure.
your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren. They'll all just be around watching with you. I want you to speak to yourself, your older version of yourself, onto the same camera.
Sure. Okay. Myself, Bernard Parker, I am so proud of you. I'm giving you a hug. What you've done in this lifetime, not a lot did, but you, Bernard Parker, you did what you could do to the best of your ability. And through the God's grace And with what the Lord has embedded in you, you have touched so many lives. I'm very proud of you, and may your legacy live on forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, legendary, the great Bernard Parker. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, my
May
brother.
God bless you.
May God bless you too.
Thank you, and I receive those words. Go get the book. It'll be a docu-series very soon, a movie, a documentary, whatever it will be. But it's called From a Shack to Destiny. Bernard Parker, the HOND. From Reche Park, Ekuruleni, Kaslamakasi. See you guys on the next video. Danko! Yo.